because you would have no idea what was going on.
I remember just growing up, like, you know, just having the manuals and having to read them. Like, I would sit down, read them, and then play the game.
Yeah, I would bring them with me on car rides sometimes. Piece of heart in Slong's Hoos. Not even worth 20 rupees.
So here they go. We won't see much deviation till well after escape, but let's see who gets bombs first.
Yeah. So far, anything can be at Master Sword pedestal, so keep your fingers crossed. I'll keep my fingers mead. Haha.
Yep. It's a good thing people don't expect me to say puns, because I don't do that.
Yeah, just a regular old fighter sword. That's what's normally there. Of course, there are other versions of Randomizer that will leave you swordless at this point. They're kind of fun.
Interestingly enough, both of our runners picking up some early magic. I usually opt to just skip it because I rarely, if ever, like, I feel like the only time you would actually want magic in escape is if you get Fire Rod.
Fire Rod, maybe Bombos. Bomb already, yeah. Maybe Bombos to take out the ball and chain guy.
Bombos, though? It's 8 seconds.
Yeah, but it saves you from having to pick up a pot. It takes about almost that long to, you know, pick up a pot and throw it at the guy and then slash him like 20 times or however long it takes.
Yeah. So, both of our runners did get a bomb. So they might opt to still do a little bit of farming, but it's not really as required. Maybe the rats, because they only take 1 hit.
Already technically a progression item there, blue potion in a bottle. That bottle allows them to check 1 more item in Kakariko Village, so runners will be relieved to do that. A lot of seeds I've seen got hung up on what that sick kid had. You know, people forgetting to go back and check them if they didn't have a bottle the first trip to Kakariko Village. So that's very nice. And also it's a blue potion, so hopefully the runners will be able to hold on to that for a while.
I would say it's more useful than a bottle of bees.
Well, depends if you have to do Agate Tower.
Actually, getting a bee bottle here, you can use it on the ball and chain guy. That's fun.
Yeah, that would be good.
So I have seen a few runners actually deviating like right after escape. They'll, after dropping Zelda off, save and quit and actually check the southern portion of the map. Reason is if they don't have enough rupees, maybe they didn't get a bottle yet, they'll opt to do that first and then go to Kakariko after that whole check.
You definitely want to have at least 1 bomb if you're going to do that, though.
Oh yeah, you need to get in, preferably 2, because you want to get into Moldworm Cave, and maybe if you walk on over to the Ice Rod Cave.
Looks like a Dark Magician had a wee bit of trouble against that green guard. Give EODTex a little time to catch up, so yep, there's Quake.
The most useless of medallions.
It's okay. You can use it in Swamp Palace to despawn the hot dog spider that blocks you when you go grab the key. Really useful in Oko.
They take like 1 hit.
But you can't hit them. You can't hit them while they're in the water and you're up the ladder.
Oh, the annoying hot dog spider, right?
Yeah,
right.
My favorite hot dog. You have to in Oko. You have to use Quake or hope that you get a really good pattern from him.
I didn't even realize Quake hurt them.
Yeah, me neither. I was running with some other people, fortunately, who were giving me some tips.
I still think it's faster to just get hit.
In Oko?
Oh, Oko. No, of course not.
Definitely not.
Yeah, get hit. That's a winning strategy right there.
Alright, it looks like the runners have opted to stop looking for more bombs. So, a couple places where they can get them. They're going to need about, I don't know why I have to add them up every time. You need 3 or 4 in Kakariko Village. 4 if you want to grab the race game item, which can be checked without bombs. So
basically, get about a total of 6. You're pretty well set for the beginning part of the game.
Yeah. The house roll is 7.
JC
20. 20 would be good.
20 bombs. Yep. That's about all you need for the whole game. Now, what chat should be begging for is for us to have an open tournament sometime after this, because open is a bit different than the casual seed that you see our runners doing for the tournament. Considering you don't start an escape and you don't start with a sword, you could get a very trolly seed where you don't get the sword until near the end of the game. That makes it interesting because you have to find alternate strats to actually kill the enemies. Now, I do want to point out that our runners did pick up map inside of Escape. That means all of the chests, there's 4 more coming up, will have items in them.
Yay. I like it when the map is in Sanctuary. It's a little memory test to see which runners remember
Or
that map yet.
You could be like Tear and just skip it anyway.
There is an upcoming version, I believe, where the map might actually be in the upstairs part in Aga Tower. Single arrow, GG, we're done here, folks. Wrap it up. World record.
I mean, we could have a Tear chest issue if one of our runners forgets that they actually picked up the map. Somehow EOD picked up 5 more rupees during that whole course of that.
Might have grabbed one off a mouse. I think he killed the snakes, actually, instead of just running through. Ooh, very nice.
Ooh, nice bomb drop from a rat. Always good to have an extra bomb when you head on over to Kakariko.
Wait to see, maybe one of these runners will bring up the map soon, and we'll see which crystals and pendants lie in the light world here.
Alright, looks like we are getting the standard path. DM, and I'm gonna guess EOD is also gonna head on up towards the logging hut area.
It looks like it. I always went south, and then... I usually don't know what I'm doing. Alrighty. See what we get from pool trees here.
Ooh, the bombs. There's your 20 bombs right there, Cross.
Yeah, too bad he can't carry them all yet. Maybe inside the lumberjack item it'll be a bomb expansion, so the runners can go kill Aghanim and grab that, and then they can go back and pick up all the bombs.
That's right.
Although I think after you kill, it's a tempered sword. Tempting.
That's interesting.
Or temperting.
Oh, jeez. So that is an interesting move. Now, of course, if Aghanim is required, it's not that big of a deal. If Aghanim is required in order to get into Dark World. If he's not, do you spend the time? Now, that's a lot of time, but you might not find... For all we know, both Master and Butter are in Ganon's Tower. Like, that could happen.
Fairy pool. Not to be confused with Fairy Pool, which is in many of the caves. I would say, for me personally, I'm okay with a Master Sword Ganon. And the runners will probably run into a Master Sword or Butter Sword within the course of their exploration here. You know what would be really interesting? Never mind. It wouldn't be possible. I was thinking it would be interesting if Aghanim actually was required just to get that sword to finish the game, but
yeah,
you have access to all the other...
I think it is possible.
Alright, you know what I want to see now? You know what would be amazing in this run right now for the seed? Put Butter Sword at Master Sword pedestal, and then the runners have to decide between doing Pendant Dungeons or do Aghanim or do Master Sword.
That would be neat.
And Silver Arrows in Ganon's Tower, big chest, of course.
Right, in order to get into Aghanim, to fight him the first time, we either need a cape or a sword upgrade. So, yeah. Well, we'll have to see what the runners actually get. I would say if I had picked up Master Sword, especially early on, I'm not even going to consider getting the Tempered Sword. However, if it feels like I'm starting to do all of the Dark World dungeons with Fighter Sword, and maybe it seems like I'm blocked, I might actually consider it. Got some half magic, though.
Ooh, that's nice. So it looks like DM's going to be farming. He'll be 1 rupee short, but he'll pick one up in Kakariko well for having to go to the bottle vendor. EOD is going to have just enough here.
So the logic does assume you either get cape or a sword upgrade in order to get the Aghanim. So it could put the cape early on and require the runners to go fight Aghanim, maybe to get on a pyramid, perhaps Moon Pearl or some other equivalent item is sitting up there.
Another blue
pot.
Yeah, there are a handful of criteria. I don't know if this nice little diarrhea strat there from DM. There are a few different combinations of things that would. Wow, he's got to get that checked out.
If only someone had made a nice tracker, which happens to include a map which shows some of this logic off. Where could you find that cross product?
I don't know. I've never seen one.
Yeah, there it is. You just
I'm supposed to set you up to promote me. You're not supposed to set me up to promote myself.
Well, we do have a couple of neat trackers.
We got 20 rupees cooped up in there with the chickens.
You were waiting for that.
Yes,
but
that was my coup de grace.
Cross has made a tracker. Great for beginners. It has a map. You just click on the items that you have, and it will show you where you can access. We also have another one from Zarby, who I think helped make the tracker that you see for the tournament. That one has an option that it will read the SRAM, right? Of the seed. We got hooked up. Bombing the sick kid!
Don't,
No! Man.
Anyway, both runners fortunately remembering to check sick kid. He had a very crucial item.
You don't want to skip that.
Yeah. I gotta maybe take a peek in the library here. So I would say boots are also required. Oh, mushroom. You never know. But boots are also required to get that tempered sword in the lumberjack hut. So I wouldn't even think about fighting Aghanim until I had boots at this point. Or unless I somehow thought that I had to get to the pier. So there are... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is a little more forgiving. Having mushroom in the library is not as bad as seeing mushroom, in the logging hut, because then you don't know if that's required. Whereas with the mushroom here, although you don't know, it's a real quick grab if you get dash boots.
The last two randomizers I did, shovel at logging hut, mushroom at logging hut. I think it was actually the weekly. It was shovel at logging hut.
Yep.
So other circumstances, obviously you have to kill Aghanim. Oh, he could have used hookshot there to do a little shortcut. EODTex gets it, yeah.
And you can see EOD, he was a little behind before, but now they're exactly caught up.
He saves 2 screen transitions by doing that. That's really good. Oops, he missed. They both missed! That's tricky sometimes, grabbing onto that lever there. You don't have Zelda there to tell you to press A, and they removed that text from earlier. Oh, so you can actually, yeah, there you go, Jet. We don't have Anyway, if you go to my channel, there's a link to download it underneath my profile there.
Yeah, I think the same for Zarby's Twitch.
Yeah, so Zarby's is nice because it's automatic. I don't know. I've heard that it's not as compatible. Since the one I made is browser based, it should work on any platform that has a web browser. But no, I am not. In this circumstance, I'm saving and quitting right there. There you go, EOD. I am not walking over to the ice rod cave when I can flute over there later.
Although you could opt to walk over and do fake flippers.
Yeah, that would be a good choice. Let's see, maybe DM's doing that right now. So obviously, if lumberjack item is required, then that means that Aghanim is required because you have to kill him to get that item. Other circumstances are if there's a progression item on the pyramid and no other way to get there. And then there's also the possibility of not even being able to access the dark world. Like you might have, if you don't have any, if you don't have gold gloves or you don't have glove hammer. Oh, bow.
So bow is sitting on the island in the lake, which means they're gonna need flippers before they can get that, and they will also need mirror.
I haven't seen the map yet.
There's the map.
There it
all
is.
crystals.
Okay. 142. So all crystals, none of the good ones. So, yeah, really good info for DM right now. Bo is always required to get through Ganon's tower no matter where the crystals lie, and Crystal does lie in Eastern Palace in this case anyway, so he's gonna need Bo for
Oh,
that.
DM's gonna do some fake flippering to get back, apparently. No,
Oh, he's
So-
got the flute.
The nice thing on EOD's side for getting the flute and unlocking it early is that you can flute. It's the other way to get up to Death Mountain. And since he has hook shot, he's going to be able to get the right-hand side of Death Mountain, which has 8 chests. So, I like this path from EOD.
Yep. Get the item from the old man, maybe check out Spectacle Rock first.
Yeah, I like checking that first just in case it has maybe hammer or something, so you can route all the way back.
Yeah, I think if one time I had hammer and actually did east side, then came back to Spectacle Rock. I did like east side, Ether, and Hera, and then check Spectacle Rock.
So DM, we'll see where DM chooses to go. He'll probably head on up the Death Mountain. Maybe he'll do the Ice Rock Cave. EOD's checking out Spectacle Rock. Nothing important on top of it. And inside we have Shovel, so he'll probably pick that up.
Shovel. I only saw a couple pixels. Yep, there he goes to grab the shovel just in case someone buried something important.
So the only real difference in our runners right now is DM has some extra intel with the fake flippers that he did. And so that's a shame. I like getting a bow early on, especially when Eastern is a crystal dungeon, because then I can just go do it. There's 3 chests in the dungeon. There's 3 outside by Sahasrahla. It's a nice thing to check out, and especially early game, it tends to have a progression item in there if you haven't gotten one at that point. So it's a shame that we know they're not going to get bow until later on at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, the 3 items, like you said, in Sahasrahla are pretty free anyway, so...
Yeah.
He's getting the East Death Mountain here. Oh, he's equipping the bomb, so he's gonna do, see if he does the bomb jump. Oh, yeah, okay, he equipped the bombs. Obviously, the strat with bombs usually is you put them down as soon as you're comfortable putting them down.
Wow.
Ooh, really good. Red
So
items.
we have Canna Samaria and Lantern, so already well worth the effort to come this way.
Yep. So you want the bomb to explode as soon as possible, so you put it down as soon as possible. As long as you be able to get it in the right spot.
Oh,
careful
Mini
with that
Moldor's the
Mini-Mold.
worst.
Ah, he swapped to Boomerang to switch. Oh, a nice little shield.
We got a buck. So we can take a look at the pedestal later. And Titan's Mitts. Very nice find.
That way he can pick up the heavy tome.
Now, ideally, he does Spiral Cave and gets Moon Pearl. And then you just
That'd be nice.
Let's see if the seed is that nice. Although I've seen a couple times that Spiral Cave has boots. Like I know some runners choose not to do that cave until after they get boots because you'd rather just run through it. But when boots there, oh no, a death from EOD.
Yeah.
He should have hook-shotted.
He's gonna go ahead and make his next move here. Now, Desert Palace is a crystal. They picked up Book, a lift item, and Lantern all in Death Mountain, which will allow them to full clear it unless they're boot locked. He's gonna do that shovel item first, so.
Oh man. I hope nothing good is in Spiral Cave, because EOD might not take a look at that until later on. Oh, they have activated Flute. Both of them have. That was the only way to get up to Death Mountain.
Progressive flutes.
Alright, so just red rupees
just
from the
roots.
shovel.
Whoops, that's the bomb jump. Alright, DM's sticking here. Maybe DM's actually gonna check the Super Bunny chest instead.
He could.
See if
But
he
no
goes,
mirror.
Nope.
So you
So you
can't do
can check
both.
out Turtle Rock too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't do both Spiral Cave and Super Bunny at this point in time.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright,
And
let's see if Ice Rod Cave is required. I have seen this. I know a number of runners don't like to come here until later on, especially after you get Flute. But I have seen progression there, and not this time, but...
Stoops, Roops. More rupees on top of the floating island on top of Death Mountain as well. There's all your red rupees, Jet, the ones you thought would be in Stoops Longshoots.
Yeah, for EOD, it is a long walk to get back to the Spiral Cave. But if it's required, he's going to be kicking
EOD's gonna
himself.
do some fake flippers now too.
Or
And
he's
he'll
gonna get
find
that
the bow.
knowledge.
Find the bow, but not get it yet.
Not too many rupees for the seed yet.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Zora's domain is available now, at least Zora himself, not the shelf.
Oh no!
Oh, that's bad.
It's
for
Moon
EOD.
Pearl. This is an advantage for DM at this point. He's gonna go right. He's gonna take the portal and get the 6 chests that are also over here.
Yeah. To get all of them.
Unless he dies, he's really close to dying.
Oh, I think with Moon Pearl though, he comes back easily. So yeah, we got 2 chests in cave coming up, and then we've got 4 in the hookshot cave. He obviously has hookshot. It's got it equipped right now, so we'll clear those out and check the medallion requirement for Turtle Rock. Good strat there. Curious he didn't do that strat in the what do you call it? The dam.
He probably didn't want to do the menu transition.
That could be.
Alright, let's see if it pays off. 100 rupees.
So EOD, pretty much, I guess a 50-50 here. Well, I think the odds maybe are, as long as the small key is not, as long as the bonk item is not a key, then he'll be good to go.
So we have pendants in Thieves, Mire, and Swamp with, I think it was Mire that had the green pendant.
I think I missed it.
Although I didn't see what was needed to get into Turtle Rock. Maybe someone
6
in chat
Turtle Rock, 5 Skullwoods. Thank you, Sandreas.
But yeah, that is a shame. Maybe EOD will get lucky and he'll get like Mirror here, which will encourage him to go back up to Death Mountain.
And wavy coin required for Turtle Rock, so no
but other than Moon
there.
Pearl, and we have Magic Powder, so not much of worth unless Magic Powder leads to something good.
Yeah, EOD's gonna find himself not being able to do much until he gets that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, the nice thing is, since DM has Titan's Mitts and Moon Pearl, he can pretty much access all of the Dark World. Now, he can't get to the right-hand side yet.
Yeah, can't get to the pyramid area. Only need flippers or hammer.
You need hammer or flippers or kill Aghanim.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm wondering if EOD's gonna give up, you know, still not do Spiral Cave. Maybe he'll fight Aghanim and he'll get that Tempered Sword later on, which will actually let him catch up a little bit.
I'm guessing the big key on top of the lamp. Interesting. So he's opting to go back to finish up Spiral Cave. I mean, his only other choice really at this point was, of course, go kill. Oh, he can't access Aghanim. So his only other choice would be Zora or Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern, including Sahasrarla's basement, Sahasrarla's closet, and the 2 or 3 items within Eastern Palace itself. Right, so we already have DM checking out Mire area. Won't be able to get the northeast item with double bombs.
So he will actually have to save and quit in order to leave here.
Yep, anytime Dark Magician goes into Dark World, he will have to save and quit to get back to the Light World. Quake again, wow. That's a pendant anyway, who cares?
The worst medallion is needed to get into the dungeons.
Yeah, You know what that means? The other two are going to be in Ganon's tower.
Not necessarily. They might not. They might need Bombos to get into Ice Palace.
Ah, that's true.
But Ether, we're like never gonna see Ether.
Yeah, rip Harry Potter. Spoiler alert.
All right, so EOD does pick up the Moon Pearl. It was nice that he decided to come back and finish this up. So now it looks like he's going to do the Dark World Death Mountain. DM's going to head in the desert. Unfortunately, he can't get anything until he has boots. He can't finish the dungeon until he gets boots because of the big key on the torch.
Yep, EOD following suit. I'm guessing Dark Magician went into the hookshot cave as well. He was up there. So actually, with Dark Magician heading over to Desert Palace immediately after Death Mountain, and EODTex heading back to Death Mountain, you know, their routing really isn't separating them right now. It was just that unfortunate death from EOD that is putting him slightly behind, I would say.
He's only probably about, what, a 2 minutes maybe? Since it's just the walk to come back up here.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like by process of elimination, the big key has to be on top of that torch. So Desert Palace is boot locked. So we do have boots required for this seed. That doesn't mean they won't be at pedestal.
Did EOD go into a Gina's cave?
I do not believe so. He saved and quit right out of Desert Palace. Oh, there is an exit on that side. I thought there was. Dark Magician still having trouble with his diarrhea. Might want to wear a diaper next time.
Alright, so EOD's gonna take a look at the medallion requirement. DM decides to bomb the old man because he doesn't like the item that's here, Red Rupee. Alright, so now let's see where our runners decide to go. There's a lot open to them now that they have Moon Pearl and Titan's Mitts. As I mentioned, they have the whole left-hand side of Dark World. Looks like they're both going to head over there now. There's still Eastern, which has 6 items. And, of course, the Zor area, which has 1 item, 1 on the ledge, which they can't access until they get flippers.
I mean, there's a lot of Dark World stuff that they can check, including 2 items in Skull Woods. Won't be able to finish it without Fire Rod, but they could get up to 2 items.
Yeah,
so it does look like
a play.
Dark Magician, it appears, came to drop bombs. I'm wondering, Jet, what do you think? Do you think he's got more rhymes than the Bible's got Psalms?
Oh boy!
Wow, the 300 rupees in Treasure Game. You know, I think EOD was planning on using the glitch that we've seen a lot of runners use, which you guys at home cannot because we fixed it. There's a glitch in the tournament seeds where the runners can farm rupees at chess game, but oh, didn't need to do that. Got 300 there.
So here's the question: this early on, you're missing Hammer, but you have Titans. Do you head into Thieves Town, or do you head on over towards the Hype Cave area and then come back?
Thieves Town Pendant, I don't think I want to head into Thieves Town Pendant. Unless it's a crystal, or maybe if I had Hammer, I'd go in there. But I may be wrong.
Not even it's the Hashala's Pendant. But, assuming it was a crystal at that point, and you see EOD's actually heading in.
Yeah, this is a gambit that could give him an advantage, but he is putting off going to that all-important Hype Cave that DM is making it his way toward. Another 300.
He might do the first half. I've seen a number of runners just check the first 4 chests here.
Yeah, I don't expect
might get 1 or 2 items. You're guaranteed to get a big key in the first 4 chests. That's the only guarantee.
Yeah. 2 items down, 2 to go.
Alright, looks like DM visited Alec Baldwin there. Gotta see what he has at the digging game. And we got a rod, fire rod. Alright, well, Bombos is no longer needed.
Yeah, I wonder if this is not the big key. Oh, it is. If it's not the big key, I wonder if he jumped down and get the big key anyway. I probably
Just in
would,
case.
just in case I had to come back in here. It's
Yeah.
safe time. I want to revisit.
It looks like EOD might opt to continue. Oh no, he's depth warping. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, good call. No mirror, so I'll be able to pop right back out here and check the rest of Village of Outcasts.
All right, let's see it, chat. Let's get some hype.
What's in Hype Cave?
Hype Cave.
I'm gonna say hammer and mirror.
Ooh, that would be pretty hype.
Yeah.
I want to see some boots. Let's see some boots.
Oh, boots are at pedestal.
No, DM just pulled the statue there. That is like a pull tree. So.
Oh, he'll be able to put more bombs on top of chests. Watch him.
There he goes already.
He got the bombs back from the.
He's like, sure, here, have some more bombs. You need them.
Oh, a bomb
Boomerang.
capacity upgrade.
Oh, yeah, those deserve bombs. Just the bloomerang.
Yeah, more like a grape cave.
Well, so now they're actually starting to run out of options, actually. These Town could have some potential at this point. But considering, yeah, I would say Skullwoods is a better option. If you can full clear a dungeon that's a crystal dungeon, I would say go do it. Skull's pretty quick to take a look. They have Cane of Samaria, so you can easily get the items that are in there. Beat the dungeon, and move on.
Alright, so DM equipping Flute probably won't be heading over to Aghanim right now. Unless he flutes to 4. Ah, here we go. We got the Zora check here. So we get to check Zora's shelf and see what he's got for sale on.
We haven't seen Catfish because the runners can't access the right-hand side of Dark World.
Yep,
They
again,
need to kill Aghanim, or have flippers, or have hammer to get over there from the left-hand side. So we will see a Zora check. We'll see the Zora ledge. And then we'll have to see where EOD decides to go.
I almost want to go straight into Skullwoods after getting that fire rod, though.
Yeah.
See, another capacity upgrade.
I mean, I think making the quest on over to Hype Cave was worth the time, but now I think the good play is Skullwood since it is Crystal Dungeon.
Alright, we'll see where EOD wants to head.
So note that since the runners don't have mirror, you can save and quit in order to get back into the light world. And that is true until you pick up mirror and you kill Aghanim.
Yep, even if they were to pick up mirror, it's still coded, so...
that is worth 500.
That's valuable. Absolutely. I'm not going to give him any... yeah, so there's... Also, you have to kill Aghanim and have the mirror. If you don't have the mirror, then you could get stuck in the Dark World without it. And if you did have the mirror and still haven't killed Aghanim, they took out the ability to save and quit and go to Pyramid, because that would basically bypass Aghanim if he's supposed to be required.
Right.
All
or
right,
like
so
we kept mentioning, you need flippers or hammer to get over there. It's a cheaty way to get over to the right-hand side.
This is a pretty big spot that runners haven't checked yet. Both heading over to Eastern Palace area. EODTex a little ahead because he hasn't checked as many over.
That's interesting because it looks like EOD. Yeah, EOD's equipping the flute, and there is a Master Sword sitting there.
Now he can do Aghanim, which actually would be interesting. Cause as far as we know, Aghanim could still be required at this point. You know, if flippers or hammers on the pyramid or something like that.
You know what would be interesting is if Mirror is inside of Eastern, because then you need to do Eastern twice.
Right, because you have to use the mirror to come back for bow, yeah.
Okay,
EOD also gonna check Zora.
Circling.
Oh, remember, if he gets hit in this state, it'll be a game over.
You do not want to get hit. Alright, now he's safe. He's gonna get his silvers. DM is heading into Eastern. There's 3 total items that he could potentially get here. He's gonna get 2 or 3. It depends if one item's at Armos. And we know they can't beat Armos because we know where Bo is.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Crystal Dungeon. He'll at least if come partway through and grab the big key. So when he comes back with the bow, you won't have to do a full clear from the start again.
I feel like it's a long walk, though.
Regressive tunic. And long walk, but Pod is a crystal, so, and they need mirror to get bow. So they're definitely gonna have mirror when they have bow to finish Eastern. So they won't really be walking over here just to get to Eastern Palace again.
Now, interestingly enough, mirror is not always required for some seeds. Now, in our case, it is required in order to get bow, and of course, it's always required if you have to do swamp at all. But for example, like the weekly we just played, mirror was not needed at all.
Yeah, if you're dumb like me, you spent about 20 minutes looking for a mirror before realizing you were already in go mode.
Alright, so DM has already picked up 2 items here in Eastern. Unfortunately got a map there, so that means he's going to have to do the long walk to get the big key in its natural location. Yep. And then he might opt to open the big chest, hoping it's the 3rd item. And EOD is making the play to go... Now, since he has Master Sword, he can fight Mothula. He has half magic. It's better to do Fire Rods. 2 blue potions, sure. So he should not have much trouble here beating Mothula. Looks like he's heading right on to the boss.
Some items. I mean, okay. Maybe he thinks it's vanilla big key. I don't know.
There are 2 items inside of Skull Woods here. And he'll be able to access all of them. Maybe he'll do no, he doesn't have mirror, never mind.
What a hacker.
Speaking of vanilla big key.
So double vanilla big keys, guys.
Well, kind of randomizer.
Enough hearts and red tunic to goof up a little bit on the iframe strat, so it's okay.
Not rando.
Yeah, I'm really curious why EOD's not checking more items. I guess he wants to see if Mothula's got one first. That kind of makes sense.
So, speaking of...
That's the last item in Eastern, nothing good.
Speaking of items required for Go mode, they're still missing quite a bit. We know flippers are required, we know mirrors are required, that will lead them to bow. Hammer is required for a number of dungeons and to get into Turtle Rock. Boots are required in order to beat Desert. I think that's it. Oh, an Ice Rod to beat Turtle Rock. Boots
are required to hover in case they can't find hookshot.
Sure. Okay, EOD's doing a death warp to get back to the beginning.
Yeah. I think the Gipto does more damage, but... Oh, maybe does this tunic not mitigate damage from the spike trap?
Right, you still take the same amount of damage from spikes regardless of your tunic.
I guess it's the same. I don't know how much Giptos do. Maybe they only do 1 against red mail.
Yeah, unfortunately, EOD cannot take a look at the pedestal for us because he doesn't have mirror. Unless he gets mirror in here. DM is doing the first half of the dungeon looking for items. Yeah, so we already know... We already know the big key was in its natural location. EOD has not found any items, so maybe Mothula has one for us.
Darkmagician getting the joke room skip, avoiding the room that is guaranteed to have a small key.
For now.
Oh yeah, there's been discussion of changing that to create possible soft locks in the future.
You know what? Since we've seen DM open the beginning 3 chests, there's an item in the big chest here.
Item in the big chest and one from Mothula, I'm thinking.
Yeah. So you can do spins on Mothula to do Tempered Sword damage to him. Fire Rod also does, I think, Tempered Sword damage to him. You do not want to hit him into the spikes, because then he will take no damage, regardless of what you hit him with.
Of course, game intends for you to have Master Sword against him at this point, so... A little bit hurt there.
Maybe take a potion in
Oh,
case things go wrong.
there we go. And that'll fill up his fire rod power too.
The most annoying part of this boss is the fact that he doesn't take damage sometimes. I know as a kid, I thought he took 1,000,000 hits. So I didn't understand why. I'm just like, this boss takes forever.
Yeah, I actually had Mothula ran into him at a party one time, but he wasn't having a lot of fun. I guess he was immune to the spiked punch.
Oh boy. What the heck? You just want to add stuff to the guy in the tavern, right?
That's already in the list. I'm just giving a little preview. If you miss my jokes, there's gonna be they're in the new randomizer version if you talk to the guy at the tavern, sitting at the counter.
Alright, so now that EOD is finished, he's going to take a look at the big chest, since that's the one place he missed. Hopefully he'll go right there, because the rest of the chests stink. DM is going to go fight Mothula. Let's see how he does. Alright, just as trolly. EOD is gonna do a bomb jump. Maybe.
Yay, bomb capacity upgrade, just what DM needs. Oh, bootless bomb jump, nice.
Oh, just a piece of heart. So
POSPOH.
we're starting to run out of locations, and we know DM took a look at Eastern. So we have the northern part of the Dark World, and Thieves Town.
What can
The
they
seed
can't
might
get? There's
require
nothing
Aghanim.
in Northern Dark World. They either need Cape or Mirror.
Ah, good point. So
So it looks like Aghanim required after all.
no, there's still 2 items in Thieves Town that we haven't
Oh
seen.
yeah. Either way, we're in for a great race. The ledge item there, just a piece of heart. EOD would not be able to grab that just yet anyways. Cape is required to get through there.
So
Without
here's
major
the question: if you were in this position, what would you do? Thieves Town, which is the pendant dungeon, or Aghanim, knowing that you could end up with Tempered Sword at some point?
I mean, here's the thing. Aghanim, these towns 2 items, right?
Yeah.
Aghanim opens up Pyramid, Catfish, and 4 to 5 items in Pod. Looks like DM's with me on this one. He's going straight to Aga. Like, I
It
love the
unlocks
seeds
like
where,
the whole, yeah.
I love the seeds where you start off. Oh, we have the great.
Here we go. Here we
disparity
go.
Here.
Someone is making the right call at this point.
Yeah.
Now EOD's already taken a look at the first half, so he's going to go right to the second half.
Yep,
He can get 1 or 2 items. Hopefully, one of those items is not behind the big chest. Otherwise, he's only going to get 1. But it could be the one he needs. It could be Hammer, which would be a huge play for EOD. On the other side, if Hammer's sitting on Pyramid, DM's going to pull ahead.
Yeah, Hammer is pretty much the linchpin at this point. They'll basically unravel the entire rest of the overworld for them. I mean, they do need flippers to get the bow. Alright, I don't think there's a screen transition you can get to.
The fake flipper? Well, it doesn't have the setup.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have the buffered setup, yeah, but I don't even think that there's a screen transition by a deep water ramp, fake flipper in Dark World.
Alright, yeah. So chat, here's your chance. Who is going to pull ahead? Who is making the correct call? Is it EOD or DM? So place your bets. One of them is going to pull ahead. The other will have to go do what the other person is doing. Now, I will point out that DM, even if he doesn't find anything of worth, and I think you mentioned this earlier, is that he can still access a lot more.
Right, if he doesn't find the instant gratification on the pyramid there. So there's still 2 chests left. Hopefully the compass will be in the big chest here.
Yeah. So he needs compass in the big chest for him to pull off the item.
I mean, it doesn't mean that something important is going to be in big chest, but then he's always going to wonder.
Yep.
So yeah, even if he doesn't get the instant gratification of hammer on pyramid or flippers on pyramid, actually after killing Aghanim, the flippers would be kind of pointless. Until he gets the mirror.
All right,
But
so
yeah, even if he's still got catfish and 4 to 5 items in pod, yeah.
So EOD's heading downstairs. There's one more chest down here. Then he also will fight Blind. DM is coming up to Aghanim. There are no blue balls, so this will be a quick fight.
Maybe we'll see some blue bombers instead.
Oh, there's Compass.
Yeah.
So there is an item in the big chest, but we'll see if Blind drops what he needs.
If Blind's got hammer, he can turn right back around and get it.
Okay, so
I love when that block doesn't respawn if you don't have to go to the big chest room, or if you.
EOD is hoping for a progression item: hammer, mirror, flippers, boots from Blind.
Yeah,
Any
mirror
of those will
only
put him
give
ahead.
Mirror will only open up 2 items.
I don't know what I would do in this position. I don't like fighting Aghanim unless I know I have to. No, the Blind
6
definitely has an item. We know that Blind has an item because we've seen Map and Compass.
Map and Compass. Yep.
There are no burritos from Blind. Here we go.
Yeah.
Moment of truth. The hammer!
Oh my gosh! Wow.
The plays!
Clutch call
EOD
from EODTex.
picks up the hammer. What a win!
Oh, what's
DM
gonna
has
get?
to do that dungeon
See,
if he
now
wants
here's
hammer.
the problem. Here's the problem. DM has to go into.
Oh my gosh!
They were both right. Actually,
well,
no, because EOD can get pyramid without having to fight Aghanim now.
exactly.
But
EOD
DS
now
can
has
get that
access to the
temper
right-hand side.
So
he
here's
can
the
just-
problem, though. DM is almost positively gonna go into pod and look for that hammer, and he won't find it there.
Yep.
And EOD is gonna turn right back around, see what's in that big chest. I wonder if it's mirror.
Yeah, it'll actually be very limited. He's going to take a look at the right-hand side, or not right-hand side. He's going to take a look. Maybe he'll get mirror though in pod for all we know. But eventually it's going to lead him back into thieves because he's going to run out of options. With hammer being there, hammer is critical for so many dungeons. You need it to finish Ice Palace. You need it to finish Palace of Darkness. You need it to get into Turtle Rock. A number of items are blocked by it, so it's like you're gonna get blocked.
Oh, he saves and quits. Is
It's
he not
faster,
gonna go
I
in the
think.
pod? Oh, it's faster to go back to. Oh, it looks like he's gonna go ahead and do pod. He's gonna stick with his decision. I might have gone to pick up that
he should have saved and quit to the Sanctuary and took a look at the Bonk Rocks.
Bonk Rocks and get the Tempered Sword.
So now that he has boots, he has Bonk Rocks. He can go into Desert.
Oh, I didn't check Ice Cave yet. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, just a heart upgrade. Not even Sank Heart. So
Another Death Warp.
it was a long walk, but EOD still has the hammer. Once he finds himself over towards the pyramid, he'll also pick up the boots.
I wonder if when DM goes to get Tempered Sword, check the pedestal.
What are we pronouncing wrong? I pronounce everything wrong. Oh, Compass? Yeah, I totally pronounced that wrong.
What do you say, Compass? I've heard it both ways. Alright, Bonk Rock / Tempered Sword / pedestal check! Oh, too bad boots can't be there. They don't even have a medallion that can be there because they've already got the Quake, which is required for both.
So, well, we can have Ice Rod at pedestal. Oh,
Wow.
man, love.
Not last place. Worst place. Worst place. Yeah, you get the Tempered.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
actually the only thing, because it can't be mirror, it can't be flippers, it can only be
Can it
Ice
not
Rod at
be
the
mirror?
pedestal.
Hang on a second.
No, because you need
of
swamp.
I
Yeah.
was thinking that it was blocking off bow, but yeah, it does.
So DM is picking up Tempered since he worked hard for it. You might as well go get it.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean that's gonna speed up his progress. You know, just having that better sword. So let's see if That gets him good. Don't get told on! She looked right at him and didn't even call the guards.
So, since EOD does have Hammer and the Magic Powder, he can go take a look at the bat here and see what it gives him. DM is checking all the locations he can get to now that he had... That was interesting. He did the...
Yeah, he did a
sword
spin speed. If you do a spin speed, you can push that block as if you bonked into it. Maybe save on your bonk counter that way, boys.
How to have 0 bonks when you have boots. Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah, so EOD's checking these one-offs. Unfortunately, like, he has the hammer, but he's not getting any progression yet. He needs to head on over to the right-hand side.
Looks like DM is heading on into Thieves Town. Forgot to check the pedestal. Guys. Believe it.
Huh.
He
gonna
realized he
take a
didn't
look
check
at
it,
the cake
Gina.
here, yeah.
Yeah. Realized you forgot to check it. I mean,
Like,
not
I
that
feel like
anything...
he seems like he's stuck, but he's really not stuck.
Yeah, I mean, that hammer was everything he needed to access most of the overworld.
I'm actually curious why DM is not finishing Desert now that he has the dash boots to finish it. Like, it's an interesting call that he's going into Thieves rather than getting the items that are in Desert, which is a crystal dungeon.
Well, did they get 2 items in Desert already?
I don't think so. I know they at least picked up the compass. They didn't get the big key. Was there 2 items? I don't know. Maybe they did get it, in which case. Yeah.
No, he can't have possibly gotten 2 because the small key had to be in the chest in the Igor room. And then 2, yeah, so there is 1 item left at Desert.
So EOD's gonna make his way up towards Tower Hera. It is a crystal dungeon, so he can completely finish it.
Check the ether tablet while he's up there.
Yep.
So yeah, that's good thinking. You know, you grab that hammer and you think, what does this hammer allow me to check now?
And as I mentioned, if you can full clear dungeon, go for it. It's a little faster to get there by mirror, of course, than it is to go this path.
Yeah. Got it though. So just to give a little recap on what's going on here, we've only had 1 death so far, and that was on the side of EODTex. But the amount of time he lost by that, I think he made up by skipping Aghanim. Dark Magician went to fight Aghanim, thinking that he'd find something important on the pyramid. Now he did. There were boots on the pyramid, but that so far hasn't yielded any progression for him. The key right now is for DM to finish Thieves Town here and grab the hammer. EODTex already has.
So I would say
tablets a B-Tor.
From DM's perspective, he doesn't actually have that many places he could check. He could go into Pod. He could finish up Desert Palace, of course, and that
he loves these bombs.
That really is another B bottle. So we have all 4 bottles for EOD.
Blues and 2 Bs.
Hammer is at Blind. DM is and keep in mind, Blind is a pendant dungeon. So, yeah. DM is making that call right now, but EOD will maybe find there's still 1 more item up here somewhere in Tower Hera. Hopefully, it's not downstairs in the basement.
But if it comes to it, he can finish that. He's got both items that will get him through there. Fire Rod and Lantern.
You can see how much faster DM's making his way through Thieves since he has the dash boots. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, Chat's got a good point that Pod's not very good to go into if you don't have bow. A lot of items. I mean, yeah. Pod can be completely blocked off if the small key's on the right-hand side.
It's a risky call. EOD, even though he has hookshot equipped, he does not do the hookshot strat to get over to the big chest. But it is flippers, which is a nice payoff. We know that they eventually need flippers. Now, it doesn't actually unlock any progression for EOD because he doesn't have mirror to get in the swamp, which is a pendant dungeon anyway, or to get bow, which he needs mirror to do. But it's one half of the equation.
Yep. And so that was both, I guess...
Ooh, careful, careful, DM. One heart, but he pulls it off, picks up his hammer from blind. Huge payoff. So you can see how close they are now, actually. It's the same number. Actually, EOD is about to get another crystal.
I don't like this guy one bit.
But other than that, EOD is going to have to make his way and get the boots. And then we don't know what the next play is after that. Maybe it's the Access Ice, which they can fully clear.
Yeah, with the flippers. I mean, can get in there with fake flippers, but...
You could. Well, the question is where's the seed intending them to go?
Yeah. And most people are reluctant to go in the Ice Palace and probably won't go to it early out of order of progression.
Yeah, I think DM not checking the big chest in Thieves Town is not that suspicious. That's I mean, you know it's an item and you just got hammer, but it's also a long journey to get back there. Especially now that he has hammer, he can take a look at a number of new locations. So he's just making the call that I say I can find more items elsewhere. It's not really that much of a time sink to come back. Now he's actually thinking about what he wants to do. Actually, I still think that he should finish Desert.
Oh no, it's mirrors.
If you're ever stuck, just go do a crystal dungeon. And then you can think about it on the way. Like, I know I've done that. Like, I'm constantly moving when I'm running. Like, I don't really stop to think about things. I'm just like, where can I go?
That's the right idea now. We'll probably be heading up the pyramid for the boots.
That's good. No,
and then maybe he'll dip into Palace of Darkness with the hammer, and you're like, yeah, just for kicks, see what he can finish up in there. Well, of course, Land Mola could also have the mirror.
I'm constantly moving when I'm running up. That's what I said. No, DM's fine. He's just making some calls. I don't think going back to get the big chest is a necessarily good idea. I will know to skip it even though like I get hammer and I haven't checked that chest yet. It's one item and it's such a long walk to get to.
Yeah, it's a big like going into Spike Cave, and honestly, he doesn't lose a terrible amount of time if he has to come back for it. Really, just the walk from Duck Statue to Portal and back.
All right, so we got some boots for EOD.
Not that awful.
Got to go fast. Maybe he'll make his way up to Catfish, or he's gonna head. Yeah, he's gonna go up to Catfish. DM is gonna make his way up to Tower Hera since he can complete that dungeon, and he knows there's 2 items sitting up there.
Yep.
Plus the tablet.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything good up there, but DM doesn't know that.
Well, flippers.
Yeah, hey. Forgot about that little gem. EOD did check the ether tablet. I think it was a heart.
No, it was B bottle.
Oh yeah. Ether, I guess you could say.
Oh, that's right. They
got the mushroom. Yeah,
they
didn't go back till they get the mushroom out of the library.
No one has cashed in that mushroom.
That's ooh. And that's gonna be the one where if it does unlock something good, they're gonna be like, my opponent definitely checked that like half an hour ago, and they'll both be wrong.
Yep.
Oh
so,
boy.
I have a feeling this will not be a pedestal seed. However, it can still be a trolley seed. I mean, we've already seen that a pendant dungeon is required.
Yeah, even something simple like mirror inside of Palace of Darkness would be pretty troll.
Yeah.
What if the left chest is mirror, and so they actually have to go get Bo? Well, they have to get Bo to finish it anyway, so it could be anywhere in here.
Look at those spin speed traps from DM. It's always nice. Alright, so EOD is making a call to go into Palace of Darkness here. He has to be careful if he actually wants to beat this dungeon because there's 2 chests on the right-hand side, which he knows he can't get because he's lacking the bow. chances are those are just small keys. And if he routes it right, he can check most of the items that are in here.
Of course, it could just be compass on the left side and he's completely stuck right from the get-go. But that'll save him some time, you know. Save him.
You can just
Oops!
get out.
Pick up all those skulls, you know you want to.
I have a feeling something good might be here, but now that we mention it, I feel like mushroom might be really good.
Really.
Big key, well...
He's done.
Yep. So we know EOD, and we know that, they're gonna need to get the mirror to go get the bow in order to finish Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, this is already trolly enough in my book. I mean, it's not like Mirror's gonna be in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's not a thing that could happen. That's what we want, Chad. We want to see Mirror somewhere in Turtle Rock. That would be very trolly. And it's possible.
Heck, how about Sahasrara has Ice Rod, and then Trinex has Mirror?
Sure. Let's go with this.
I think that would be even better than Ice Rod at Pedestal. As much as you guys love the Pedestal.
There are definitely trollier things.
Dark Magician, Tempered Sword, giving him a really nice and easy Moldorm fight. Mire Horror.
Yeah, and in this case, Mirror cannot be on the pedestal. Could be Mushroom. It looks like EOD's gonna finish Desert Palace now.
Yeah, Lammola does have an item we haven't seen yet. What's DM doing? Does he not realize he got both items? Well,
Oh no!
Maybe when he pauses to switch over to Lantern, he'll see.
Yeah, he'll see after doing.
See, he doesn't have the map.
All right, so DM gets a bit of a break.
Oops.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate for DM.
We have seen a check of the Bumper Cave. It was nothing important.
Piece of heart, and they wouldn't be able to get it yet anyway. But it's a piece of heart anyway, so either way, no big deal. Alright, so I think we still have to see map and one item. So Landmola might not even have item, it could be.
The map, yeah, so Landmola's definitely has the last item.
And Patra has the map.
Yep.
And Eastmost Peninsula is the secret.
DM kicking himself for picking up a burrito.
Yeah, he just wanted a snack. I'm surprised he didn't bomb that chest.
Now, technically, he could get through the Spike Cave. However, he'll probably want a lot more magic for that.
I don't know.
He can brute force it. He has both blue
He's got
potions.
hook shot. He's got hook shot.
Oh yeah, that helps.
I think he still has to check Ether Tablet too.
That's a good question. Cross, do you know what happens if you try the bow game without a bow?
I imagine that you're okay. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I mean, I think it's kind of like the shovel game. It just replaces your. No wait, but yeah, it just replaces your Y item with like a follower of fake bow. But it's interesting though because oops, gotta get that key. It's interesting because the bow game actually uses the arrow type that you currently have.
Ah. Ooh, I hope he can make it in time.
Get the B!
Go! Oh, yeah, the B strat, that will save him. Alright, he's fine. Let's see if it's anything good. We have bombs.
Just what he wants. EOD working up his bonk counter and Dark Magician plotting his next move.
It still would be funny if, like, our runners don't get Butter Sword at all. Like, it's in some weird location that they're never going to go to, like Sahasrara. And, DM has a Tempered Sword, which could make a difference. Oh, just a heart upgrade. So,
well, he needed it anyway.
It might be, you know, I'm feeling Ice Palace.
Did they remember to check all Stumpy on their way to Hype Cave?
Alright, looks like DM is going to pick up the mushroom.
There we go.
They did check Old Stumpy. Oh,
Yeah,
with
Ice
Sankara,
Palace.
so there's that. Alright,
Ice
let's
Palace is
see.
good.
Mushroom to mirror. Someone in chat called it. Let's see if they're right.
Tempered Sword was the woodcutter item, actually, and EODTex has not fought Aghanim. He didn't go in here? He didn't.
That's a
Alright.
shame. EOD is... And he knows where Bo is. Oh,
Hey, say hi to
Cross
Cross Product. Hey,
Yay.
it's me. Oh boy, that is clutch.
Yes, a sprinkle with magic. So that's pretty good.
He'll probably head straight over to grab that bow, I'd imagine.
Oh man, and we know EOD's on a dead end in here. It's really a shame.
Ah, aggressive tune.
I hope he just didn't forget about Mushroom, because he's going to be kicking himself later on. Mushrooms required. So yeah, now that DM has Mirror, there's a number of locations he can now access. He can go to the Bombos tablet, which he might be heading on over to now. He has the south of the Old Stumpy area.
Frog
the whole
Quest.
northern part. Okay, so he's not doing Bombos. He's doing... Oh, he's gonna go get the bow, of course, because why wouldn't you go do that?
And that's gonna leave only Ice Rod for keeping him out of go mode. He's gonna mirror buff on
full clear Palace of Darkness here. And
yeah, we'll head right into Ice Palace maybe. That's a good combo. Already there, why not?
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like it's a risky try because he's gonna have to check the items in here, because he's still looking for Ice Rod. I would prefer doing Palace of Darkness.
What place would be more appropriate for that item, though?
That's
Honestly,
right. Yeah, so we're actually pretty good. A little more than an hour in, almost in go mode now.
Yeah. So again, DM only needs Ice Rod at this point. So I already checked the medallion requirements. He's got it. EODTex, aside from that Ice Rod, just needs to find Mirror. He already knows where Bo is.
And Bo, yeah.
He already knows where it is, so he's not looking for Bo. But he's going to need Mirror to get Bo.
But the downside, of course, of having Ice Rod or a medallion as the last item you need does mean you can pretty much check everything to find that Ice Rod. It could be in Turtle Rock, it could be in a pendant dungeon, it could be somewhere out in the open. A lot of places for them to check once you get Mirror.
DM did a little trick there, flipping the switch with a bomb, and actually going down with the orange pegs up.
Yeah, that's neat. Because you can just run through this room and go do it and not have to worry about flipping the orb. Alright, EOD has remembered the mushroom. He's going to head into the library to pick it up. DM's pulling off a bomb jump here.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a race to the Ice Rod at this point. Ooh.
It's a long setup. He's doing the sword buffer strats. The boots were on Pyramid. Alright, EOD will be rewarded with the mirror here, then he'll go pick up the bow for himself. And we'll see where he decides to go with that.
Hey, cross product again. So if you sprinkle powder on top of those green little electric eel guys, they turn into me.
If you actually watch Cross Product stream, it will make more sense since he names all the enemies.
If you want to make sense of things, I recommend not watching my stream. Doesn't make much sense.
Everything's a Mario guy.
Actually, there's a guy in Mega Man X that's a guy from A Link to the Past. Ball and chain guy.
Ice Rod could be on Ice Rod can be anywhere in the game right now. That is
Except
whoever.
Ganon's tower.
Whoever finds Ice Rod first will have an advantage. Now, EOD does have a slight crystal advantage on DM, but it's a really quick dungeon, and especially if you're in Go mode. Like DM knows where the big key is. He can just go get it and move on.
DM's got a sword advantage too.
It's true.
But that's not gonna make too much of a difference until Aghanim, and let's see if maybe they'll find the Butter Sword by that point anyway.
Alright, so DM has already picked up 2 items in this dungeon. Unfortunately, no Ice Rod, so he just has 1 more to find. Hopefully it's in the big chest so he can just go beat the boss. Yep. It is not, it's a burrito.
EOD gonna do Pot of Darkness and Eastern Palace back to back, now that he's got the bow.
And the mirror.
So plenty
Very
of items.
nice.
Yeah, and the mirror. Plenty of items to be uncovered in Palace of Darkness.
I feel like this is a good play from EOD. It's gonna at least pay off on time savings.
I don't know.
Pot of Darkness. Did I say Pot of Darkness?
Come on, Jet. It's Palace of Darkness.
Palace of Pod of Darkness.
Palace of Darkness of Darkness. I don't remember how many items are left in Eastern Palace still. Anything? Or did they get all
no, they got all the items.
Okay. So yeah, here's the thing though. If DM grabs Ice Rod before going in the pod, big key, bam, first chest.
Oh no, it's a small key. Did he get the right hand side? Okay, so that's a shame. DM missed a chest since he just went to beat the boss. He'd have to go through most of Ice Palace to get that 1 chest. So from DM's perspective, he's missing 1 item in Ice Palace somewhere. He's missing the big chest in Thieves. Either of them, from his perspective, could be Ice Rod. So he's going to just make a call and not waste the time to check it. But if Ice Rod's sitting... No! Ice Rod is sitting in Palace of Darkness, because EOD just picked it up. He's now in Go mode.
Wow.
So...
And with the big key. As long as he has a small key, as she does...
yeah, this is
right
nice.
over to Helmet Sword King. Right where he wants to be.
This is beautiful. Oh man, this is a great place to be.
And now DM is heading
right
into
there.
Palace of Darkness with Ice Palace already complete.
So they each have a crystal advantage. Not crystal. They each have a different crystal. However, Ice Palace is the longer dungeon. Oh man, this is going to be a really close race.
Oh,
so just to
boy.
remind anyone in chat who might not know what Go mode is, Go mode means they have every single item they need in order to beat the game. They can just ignore everything but getting the big key and any small keys they might need and beat the dungeons. You can skip
of course,
paths,
no big key
including
required
skip the
for Ice
validation
Palace.
chest, because screw that one.
But it could be Butter Sword.
No. Well, in EOD's case, maybe it's worth checking. Yeah, it could really come down to EOD lacking tempered at this point. So even though DM actually did a whole another area with having to do Aghanim, you could see he's actually just right there with EOD, maybe even slightly ahead at this point.
Not even just Ganon, but I was just thinking Trinex is significantly easier with Tempered Sword as well.
Like, EOD went out of the way to check
Oh,
a few
turtle!
other smaller, like,
Flip
less
the
likely
turtle.
locations. He, DM found Boots before EOD. And he had Mirror before EOD, so...
Just remember, both runners have the all-important silver arrows, so the sword level a little less of an importance because silver arrows.
Yeah. It's just that first part of Ganon.
Get ready for more Go mode emotes for Dark Magician's side here.
He's gonna be very happy once he picks up this Ice Rod.
Oh yeah. He must
This is
feel
gonna be a
pretty
very
cool.
fast seat, actually. So EOD just finished King Helmasaur. He has to do Ice. He's going to do Eastern right after this, I hope. But then he's going to do Ice, and then he's going to do Turtle Rock. DM has to do both Eastern and Desert Palace. So we have a race. Both of our runners going to go mode within 5 minutes of each other. Not even a crystal difference. It's going to come down to who goes left or right in Ganis Tower for all we know.
I think both runners also each have 2 blue pots. DM went and refilled his after doing Spike Cave.
Yeah. Well, EOD did use one. Did he refill? He might not have refilled.
Oh, he used one on Mothula, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess DM has the potion advantage and the sword advantage.
I mean, EOD has 12 hearts. He has the red tunic. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now... It's not a crystal. They both have 4 crystals. What?
Right, but DM's gonna pick one up. I mean, EOD's not much longer for Eastern Palace, and he's gonna save time in Ice Palace over DM. But
well, we're gonna see the
DM
runners.
has to do Desert Palace still.
Yeah.
And
what we're gonna see both of our runners do is they're gonna finish up the respective dungeons, Eastern, Desert, Ice, and then they're both gonna go to Turtle Rock. So once they both head into Turtle Rock, we will have a good indication of the time difference between the two. Keeping in mind that EOD is lacking a sword upgrade that DM has.
Tripped on that switch there.
Alright, so EOD is coming up to Armos here. He has silver arrows, so they only take 1 hit each. Turtle Rock needs Quake, which both of our runners have. There is a randomizer Discord.
Clean EODTex, or a clean Armos fight for EODTex. Doesn't miss a single shot, doesn't get the red guy. I guess the Link to the Past randomizer Discord actually was created within the tournament, you know, so all of the bot commands haven't been updated with the Discord link there, but we'll get one in there for you. Alright, and we'll see how much faster EODTex does Ice Palace when he doesn't have to check for any items.
It's a very fast dungeon. He doesn't even have to open any chests. Like,
Yeah,
if he does the bomb
fridge.
jump. If he does the bomb jump, of course.
I think Freezor. Or Freezord.
Freezors.
Fridge. I just called them ice golems. Say hi to the Mighty Ducks.
So I would say check out the links that we gave in chat for Randomizer and for Link to the Past. I think there's an invite to the Discord somewhere there. I'm not entirely certain where. It might be on. I don't know where it is, unfortunately. Maybe someone in chat will know. Because more people for the Discord would be great. We do have races pretty much every day. There's someone who wants to do a randomizer race. We do bingo matches, open mode, casual, of course, which is what the tournament is, hard mode, glitches, like everyone.
Okay.
There's always a race.
Those are you really hardcore fans.
I get notices, you know, in the middle of the night, probably from people playing in Europe. You know, in the middle of the night, they want to set up a race. So it's just all day, all the time, there's a race going on. Yeah, which you would also see on SRL, because they like to make it on SRL.
DM get the big key? Oh, did he get the big key?
I don't know.
We'll see. When he pushes start to switch over to the fire rod in the last room, keep your eyes
Oh
peeled for that
no.
big.
If he forgot to pick it up, that's gonna set him behind. I mean, EOD still has to. He's only like halfway. Well, EOD's almost done. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is gonna hurt.
Uh-oh. It's so weird. There's so many dungeons in this game that just don't require a big key. The big key only blocks off the
I've done this
items.
before. Getting all the way here and not having the big key because I forgot to pick it up.
Maybe he'll notice when he presses
No!
start here.
He has no big key. Oh
He
no!
didn't notice. Does he know?
EOD's gonna catch up a bit.
Hopefully Vitor translated the text so DM knows why he can't get in.
Oh no! Something is missing the big key.
Shout out to Vitor for the translation.
So
That's
this will help EOD.
That's unfortunate.
It will help make up some time for the sword difference, I would say. And he put the portal there, which is going to slow him down since he has to. I don't actually know what he's doing right now. Oh, is he going to move the portal just in case?
And he's gonna go into the dark world to move the portal in case he accidentally walks into the portal.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
He should have did it the
strat.
first time.
Good hammer strats against the cotton candy for EODTex. Hammer, of course, does same damage as tempered sword slash or master sword spin.
Alright, so DM does pick up the big key. He mirrors out. He's going to go beat the boss now. EOD just finished, got his 6th crystal. He's going to
Yeah, they would have been, you know,
neck
basically holding hands on their way up to Turtle Rock if it weren't for the miss on the big key there. Oh boy. An Aghanim was not required at all since both Hammer and Glove were available without fighting him. Although, you know, that tempered sword. That means EOD, unless he runs into Buttersword on his way to Ganon, we'll have to do spin attacks.
Yep.
With the Mastered Sword against Ganon.
So that situation I mentioned did come into play. They only got Master. We don't know where Buttersword is.
Please, Buttersword's in the Moldorm 2 chest. Everyone knows that. Or pedestal.
That would be amazing if the validation chest had Buttersword. I would give you that. No, it's too early for guesses. Don't guess yet, chat.
Unless you're guessing for the big key in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, alright, so the big key in Turtle Rock, there's what? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 chests it could be. So number 1 to 5, which chest in Turtle Rock has the big key?
Yeah, you're right. 5. Okay.
I'm gonna guess number 4. Let's put them with the
chain chomp room. Ooh.
Yeah, I like when it's there.
The chain chomp big key. I want big key in the big chest. Let's see it happen.
Oh, I don't want to go into the validation chest. It's just a meme. We'll talk about it when the runners get up to it. Maybe. I don't know. Big and Mimic Cave. How would it even get there, Elminster?
That would be amazing. Vitor, make it happen. Make Mimic Cave officially a part of Turtle Rock.
Yo, we got a subscription. Shout outs to DJ.
Thank you, DJ103085. Born on October 30th, Mischief Night. Same year as me.
Wait to tell everyone that.
I might not be. I might be guessing. Hey, he might be European. He might have been born March 10th.
Oh, I need to get a... Okay. 123.56 EOD leaving that room. They're close. They're really close. They're within a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, another subscription. Sex Weirdo.
You said his name.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, EOD missed the torches.
Well, that's never fun. That's
Oh,
one of
let's go
those.
send them back.
It's one of those things like how was I supposed to do this
Whoa,
room when
there's
I
a
was a
sub
kid?
train going on. Bash Prime chowder bags. Feasel better get the typing. Oh no, DM went right first, so now I can't check the time difference.
Eh,
Yeah,
I'll
about
just
50
have to
seconds apart.
check when they get to.
They both have to go through the
area.
chain chomp room, so we'll check that. Look at this! This is crazy! Look at this sub train. Gil Hamilton.
Thanks so much for the subs, guys.
Crazy.
Feasel thanks you for the subs. Feasel might have to make some new emotes soon.
Alright, looks like Thalfin got it. About a 50-second time difference.
It looks like less than a minute upon entering Turtle Rock.
Well, we got some. So this is nice since EOD has Master Sword. It's probably faster just to use Fire Rod on the Pokies.
25-35 going through that door for EODTex.
And here, DM can just do spin strats. 20 seconds.
25-54. Yeah, just about.
This is a close race. So you want to get all of the chests in Turtle Rock that you will encounter because you need pretty much every single small key that you're going to encounter here. So even though they have the big key, they're not going to skip any chests because you don't want to skip getting a small key in order to progress. So EOD's going to kill this Pokey here, but he's not going to go through the door because he has no reason to go through the door unless he's checking for Butter Sword.
Oh. Maybe he'll look for that small key in the big chest, and it'll be Butter Sword.
WQC just subbed. Elminster just subbed.
Hey, I wonder if he knows Elminster 89. Or Elminster 34.
Elminster RTA.
Yeah, Elminster RTA.
Yeah.
I wonder if he knows Elminster 89. Kidding. I know they're
So
twins.
EOD, is he going to make the call to check the big chest? The big chest can actually have a small key in it, and you really don't want that to be the only small key because then you'll have to backtrack. So here we're having a difference of plays here. DM, he has one small key. He's hoping for maybe another small key in the spike room coming up, the roller room. EOD heading outside, hoping to find one in the big chest here. So let's see if it pays off.
I'm sorry,
Elminster.
Please hey, Vanilla Mirror Shield. Please accept my apparology, Elminster.
And the payoff for DM, it was a small key in the roller room, so now he can completely skip the laser room. EOD's going to do the same, but you see that DM, caught up to EOD and is now ahead. And it's going to be very hard for EOD to catch up with the sword difference. We're talking seconds, so that this makes a huge difference.
Yeah, DM making the risky
can't even
call. Not checking the big
Cut Lip
chest.
2. T2. I'm bad at reading names. Also subbed. I don't know if I'm supposed to point these out, but I'm going to point out everyone who subs. Oh no, a fall for EOD. Bit of a time loss there. Ooh. DM coming in to try next here. Yeah, the question is, will anyone risk?
Emos, guys.
So it's 1:30 in, but either of them could be thinking that their opponent went and did something earlier than they did. I mean, they both
Especially
made
with
some
the
interesting
mushroom.
plays. So one of them might opt to do the right-hand side if they get a small key early. Dirty Pop.
Yeah, and here we're gonna
Just
see EODTex. I'm not sure if he's gonna go for the 7 slashes with Master Sword, or if he's gonna swap over to Hammer. I like swapping over to Hammer.
Although he's missing, which is a shame. Alright, now it's time, chat. start getting your guesses in.
Yeah, the hitbox from the south side of Hammer is tough. He's just gonna switch over to Master Sword. I don't blame him. I actually like to go over to the side. It's a lot. The hitbox is a lot easier to manage left and right than it is up and down when you're using the hammer.
Now I am going to say chest 14, Bob's chest. It's a good one to have the big key in. That way, as soon as you get it, you don't have to fight ice armors. You just leave.
Trinex put the lag spit on the floor there. Oh, double lag spit. Looks like he's just gonna do straight up fire rod shots against the ice head. Fun fact. Oh, he's gonna have to watch his health. When I was a kid, I didn't know you were supposed to slash him. I thought you had to do all the damage with rods, and I basically thought it was impossible to kill this guy unless you came in with potions. Oh, triple lag spit.
We're guessing which chest has the big key in Ganon's tower. It can be chest number 1 through 22. Oh! DM did not go right. He might just be picking a small key, and he's just gonna force himself to do the right-hand side.
I wonder.
No. Oh, well, he might do the 4 chests on the left. This is interesting, and it also throws off our count, so, yeah.
An unorthodox strategy, for sure.
I've seen the big key over on the right-hand side. I've seen a big key and a small key over there. That is the dream.
Yeah, it's the fastest possible configuration for the normal route. Oh my goodness, what if the big key's over?
Yeah, he's just gonna mirror.
2 chests. Ooh, bug net.
Okay, DM is going right-hand side. We'll see if EOD decides to do the same thing. It's gonna come down to who gets the big key first. And it's DM.
Oh, there we go.
It's just number 1. Although for him, it was, what, 1, 5, it's chest number 6. So, for DM, chest number 6. For EOD, it will hopefully be 1, maybe 2.
EOD gets that big key right away. Well, I'll still have to go back and get a small key, so...
Yeah, it's not really...
DM didn't lose quite as much time as it seemed like, because he did have to get a small key, one way or the other. So it's gonna be straight up to execution at this point. And sword difference.
Even, like, the fact that DM still has 2 pots. And EOD has none.
Right, he had to use his other pot on Trinex.
Alright, so EOD goes right-hand side. He will be rewarded with a big key.
And a bombs. Oh, rupees.
This is actually nice. He has mirror equip. He can go to the left-hand side, grab the key that's under the skull pot, and also mirror it right out there. So it's a really nice, quick thing he can do. DM is going to pick up some safety fairies and magic, which he doesn't need. All right, here it is. They are less than a minute apart. It's coming down to execution. We have synchronized step walking. Only a floor difference.
Synchronized stairmastering. Staircase. Step mania. Taking a long route through. Yeah.
I mean, with how close these runners are, they might come
again.
down to a 3rd game. So keep in mind, they're going to be racing again tomorrow and maybe Wednesday.
This is best of 3. That's right. Ooh, nice dash.
Yeah, but you get hit with the laser when you dash.
Yeah, so you can't do it in Oka.
BMOS. Alright, no safety fairy there because he has enough hearts.
Silver arrows were from Zora, actually, for a mere 500 rupees. A low cost to vanquish evil from the land.
So it looks like we have Fire Rod strats for DM.
Oh, and EODTex skips the refill room. I mean, he could maybe want to catch a fairy in there, but he doesn't want to take the time.
This is not a back-to-back race. We will have actually... Oh no, they canceled it. Never mind. Well, was there a race this morning at like 1 a.m.?
I think there's one at 1 a.m. like 2 hours from now. At 1 a.m.
No, it's not on the schedule anymore.
Well, you're not then. Maybe it was a little confusion over time zones. There is another race on Speed Gaming 2 right now, though. So anybody has that race open and wants to give us a little bit of an update, we'll take that.
DAM doing falling strats. Oh, but with the bonk, it's going to slow him down.
Yeah, he doesn't think he's going to have enough time to light all the torches and get through the door, so he just waits for the reset.
I think he should lantern with this low. Oh my god.
Oops.
He's just letting EOD catch up a little bit. That's all. He wants a close race.
Yeah, he wants to beat that that 5-second win from the other day. That's what he was trying. He just wanted to show us what he was trying to do the whole time. Use the iframes to run through the fire bar. We gotcha.
Alright. Gim is full of magic. He has one small key. He'll have to pick up one more from the mini Helmsars here. And it does mean we're coming up to chat's favorite, the validation chest. It is called this because, quote, you check the chest since it's a randomizer to make sure it's actually an item that you need or don't need. And if you don't check it, that means you cheated or something. I don't know. It's stupid. I'm done talking about this.
It's just a meme.
It's a meme. So you see EOD just pulls off that room no problem. They're so close right now.
Yeah, do you think EOD finds Buttersword in one of the 4 chests coming up?
I don't know if he's gonna open them. He might just opt to just continue.
Yeah, I mean, the Ganon fight's gonna take considerably longer.
DM, check the chest. It's just a red rupee. So if EOD does not open these chests here, he's not getting Buttersword. He's not getting Buttersword.
I'm surprised DM picked that up with all the bombs he threw everywhere, all over the seed, and we know how many runners have liked to bomb the chest of no significance.
Alright, let's see how negative 2 goes.
Maybe the Fat Fairy had gold sword. Had a couple of vanilla spots so far, so would have been Fat Fairy, or the portly pixie, as I like to call her.
Large Marge.
Large Marge.
No checking of the chest. EOD does not even care. He doesn't care that it could be Buttersword. Just go. And I like that move.
Gotta save all 5 frames.
It is a race.
Oh, it's a really good strat for the last room. I always have the most trouble in that room.
EOD just slightly ahead, and having Master Sword on Ganon is just going to slow him down even more, because he's going to have to go through, like, he's not going to be able to one-round it like DM could. One cycle.
And got the sword advantage.
We should tell him it was Buttersword. That's
Alright.
Cross!
I mean, yeah. We'll tell him later that it wasn't, but now we'll tell him it was.
Alright, DM is on Ganon. Phase 1, which is where he spins the sword. Takes 12 hits per phase for the first 2. Now he's on to phase 2. EOD just finished agging him. He's going to add up his bonk counter, so keep that in mind when you go to guess EOD's bonks.
Maybe going for the triple digits. So all DM has to do really at this point is remain calm. And, you know, maybe not. Well, he's in the penultimate phase, so he should be fine on potion.
So as Cross pointed out earlier, note that EOD has to spin in order to damage Ganon. It's really interesting that the game, for like casual runners, just assume you're gonna upgrade your sword. Like, you're gonna find the upgrade and you're gonna get it. Because there's no way that you would know that you have to spin to hurt the Ganon.
1 hit, 3 to go for Dark Magician here. Oh, he missed. Could get a double here. Alright, 1 more hit for him. EOD having a pretty smooth Master Sword fight here. But he's gonna have to be careful. This is the toughest part with the fire wheel.
And
he
that
doesn't
is
have any
it for
potions.
DM. Well, very nice run. He had the one goof in Ganon's tower, but otherwise it was pretty solid execution. So congrats to DM. He has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, 36 seconds. Although EOD's almost done. He's on phase 2. He's doing the spin strats. He's going to be done shortly. It's just that mess. It's funny that DM spending time, to check Aghanim and to pick up the Tempered Sword actually paid off.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't just in the Ganon fight. I mean, Trinex particularly, and even just
Trinex definitely trolled EOD.
All over Turtle Rock, even having the Tempered Sword just faster than having Master Sword.
I've known, if I'm Master Swording here, I might do something like use Cape on Ganon just so I can get more spins in.
Yeah, he's, again, got to play it careful here. Oh, he needed that hook shot to stay out a little longer.
Oh, did he have a fairy?
Nah.
Oh.
Well, maybe he'll go get one now.
It's a shame Ganon doesn't taunt him, did you get Butter Sword in blah blah blah?
Yo, if Fat Fairy has Butter Sword, I think it would be worth EODTex getting it now. Hello!
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of gambles.
How about that Aghanim, huh? Going into Aghanim.
With the first one, or
the first time? Yeah.
Yeah, going to Agnes Tower.
You made the call to
I couldn't figure out another way around, but
yeah. Well, it did pay off with the boots, but unfortunately, it was not the progression that you were looking for. Which was, so you actually got boots before EOD, but EOD made the gamble to do thieves. So he actually had the hammer early on.
Yeah, so he had more in progression, but even just picking up that Tempered Sword gave you the advantage that you needed.
Neither of you found Butter Sword. So...
Okay. Did he go get the Tempered Sword at all?
No, he didn't even fight Aga 1.
He didn't need to, so... He never did. So I think...
Yeah, I was at a standstill, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll run into Aghanim, because at least it'll yield the sword, so...
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier on when we saw Tempered Sword sitting there. It's like, do you actually take this time? Now, of course, if you pick up Butter Sword, easy call, but you had Master Sword, so it's like, do you want to just risk that for the sword upgrade, saying that you might not even find Butter? And that, in this case, it actually paid off. I think it definitely saved you a lot of time. So I think the question chat wants to know is, did you think... So, Blind gave you Hammer, and you knew there was an item in the big chest in Thieves Town. So, was that in your mind that this could be a thing that you were kicking yourself that maybe you missed? Or you decided to just leave after you got Hammer? So tell us your thoughts on that.
I almost turned back around to go get the item, and I was like, it's a long journey down there, so I'll wait it out, and if I'm missing anything, then I'll come back. And I did the same thing. Sorry. No,
I was
go ahead.
just gonna say, EOD's having an amazing Ganon fight right now. He's getting all the hookshot dodges here that he was looking for in the last fight. Oops, except that one.
Oh man, he was on my tail with Master Sword. That's impressive.
He was, yeah. Unfortunately, his Trinex sort of went sour, and he had the potion up, and he wasn't able to get some hammer hits. Hammer has such a weird hitbox, so it's understandable. Now, EOD did just move into their face. Yeah, it is bad.
DM, you also raised some eyebrows heading into Ice Palace before Pod, when all you needed was
that was
Ice
a risky
Rod.
move. I felt like it could have been something, but it turned out that Pod had, what you were looking for.
Yeah, my logic there was I was on Lake Hylia. I could have fluted over to 5, but I was just right there. I might as well hop in. It's a quick dungeon typically.
Right.
And I got the fast early key, so I was able to clear as much as I wanted to.
I think you can still... Oh, maybe not. I thought you could still Silver Arrow Ganon. even if it was dark, if you had frozen him in time. Oh, just missing the double hit there.
So overall, it was a pretty fast seed. But of course, there were a couple trolley moves. You both saw Bo sitting there on the lake early on, so you knew you needed to get mirror and flippers at some point. But yeah, still a fast seed at about 140.
Yeah, I was worried when I found
that's the last hit.
finally.
So EOD has finished with an official time of 1 hour 45 minutes 4 seconds. They were 5.5 minutes apart, and that's only because EOD had that death at the end. So let's pull him in here.
Hey, Buttersword was in the validation chest.
Cross couldn't wait to tell you that. GG, EOD.
GG.
Yeah, so how does it feel that you skipped out on getting Buttersword on the validation chest?
Whatever.
Nice. You heard it here, folks. Whatever. It was actually.
That's right. I like the play. Forget that chest. It's not worth the time. Also, we liked the bomb diarrhea DM that we had on your side.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when I get an 8 pool, I go ahead and drop bombs everywhere. Why not?
Okay, so Buttersword was actually not in validation chest. It was,
So we have an update
we don't know where it
for the Speed Gaming 2 race. It looks like thank you, Sundres. It looks like Ninnies beat F Coglin and forces a game 3 in that match.
Now, for our runners here, this is only their first game, and there will be more tomorrow, and maybe Wednesday, depending on how tomorrow goes. But we saw how close this was, both of them. So EOD, you making the play into Thieves Town was actually really good. You ended up getting hammered before DM, but unfortunately, DM's play was to actually go kill Aghanim, which put him on Pyramid and got boots. So he had boots when you picked up Hammer. Like, at the same time, you both made a different call, and it both paid off in a different way.
I kind of thought that he'd do that.
Yeah.
And get tempered, and I was like, oh god, this better pay off.
Sharp arrow for sale.
The big difference was that DM had tempered and was able to just get through bosses and enemies a lot faster, especially, the Tri-Next fight at the end and Ganon's Tower. So
I've done Master Sword in a seed before. I don't remember if I had to do Tri-Next, but Ganon definitely was a lot easier than he was that time. I don't know what was with those patterns.
yeah. But making that play into Thieves Town early on really paid off. So we were talking about that when it happened because neither of you went, I think, to Eastern at that point. So there were a few places you could check, and you just made that call, and it was right. Like, seeing Hammer there, like, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you both were actually trading places with each other because you would each get something of worth. You actually, EOD, you found Ice Rod before DM. DM was full cleared Ice Palace when you went into Pod.
I also want to mention that EOD entered Turtle Rock before DM did.
Oh man.
It was Master Sword. It takes time.
I'm pretty sure I've did Tri-Next with Master Sword before, and I don't know what was with my hammer aiming that time. I just could not land a hit.
But still, you did a great job. The Master Sword strats, like, you still kept up there. You finished within less than 6 minutes of each other, only because of that death on Ganon. Like, it was a really close race. You were within a minute of each other, pretty much. So it was a very, very nice job from both our runners. Chat, make sure you drop them both a follow.
I'm also curious, this is a best of 3, so I'm wondering, I'll ask EODTex first. Do you think that she'll do anything different in the second race of this match?
No, don't give off your secrets.
Alright, just answer yes or no. Like, yeah. I think I will use a phenomenal strategy.
Oh no, I'll just get Buttersword out of the first chest and then
Okay,
you
great
go.
strategy. Great strategy. I don't know why. I don't know why no one's thought of that yet.
It was there the whole time.
How about you, Dark Magician? Any takeaways from this race that you might need to work on, or just think everything went pretty well and you want to do basically the same thing next time?
I'm not going to put off the mushroom again. That's the second time in this tournament that
Yeah.
the witch had something.
You both actually
Had the mirror, in
like
fact.
put it off.
I
And
just
he
forgot
actually
about.
forgot.
I forgot about the boot locations, and then I was like, oh yeah. And on my way to get the mushroom, I was like, oh yeah, there's also this stuff besides Sanctuary. I should check those after
Yeah.
mushroom. But then I got the mirror. I'm like, forget those.
That was a good call, but yeah, we actually forgot about the mushroom until like halfway through, and we're like, wait, they haven't checked mushroom, and someone in chat actually called mushroom leading the mirror, and that was exactly what happened. So, yeah. So, would either of you have any like regrets that you have for this run, like some play that you made, or just a spot you went that you think wasted the most time?
When I died to the mini Boulderms in Death Mountain.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, because you were actually on your way to Moon
Ouch.
Pearl.
Yeah.
That
And
was a
we were
heartbreaker.
worried you were going to go into Eastern because we saw right after that DM picking up the Moon Pearl in the Spiral Cave, and it's like, oh no, if EOD forgets to like come back up here, maybe even fighting Aghanim, it's like, oh no. But you went up there. It wasn't actually much of a time loss, maybe a couple minutes. Still, everything made a difference in this race. It was a really close one.
And there
I
were
can't wait to watch
so
it back.
many death warps. I lost count of how many I did.
So, DM, any major regrets?
No. In fact, I'll spoil something to you right now. I was in go mode going into pod. I was ready just to go to the boss. Finding the ice rod was just icing on the cake.
You were
Oh, were
not
you gonna
going to
look for
check.
Turtle Rock?
I was going to look for it in Turtle Rock. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! If it wasn't at that one spot. Because
Boy.
really, it led you that way. You get the big key on the left-hand side, which is amazing for that dungeon. So you're like, okay, get the two chests on the right-hand side, which are usually small keys, and just beat it.
I'm
Oh,
so
man.
glad that chest was a big key, because if it wasn't, I would have gone. If it was a small
Right.
key, I would have gone so much deeper.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
you were ready to explore it. That was before you got Mushroom. So it was a good thing you found it and then like quickly remembered, oh, you need to go pick up Mushroom.
I was actually on my way to do something else, I think. And then after I already started my game and was on my way over there, I was like, oh yeah, there's mushroom, let me get that.
So I do want to remind chat that our runners here will be racing tomorrow at the same time. Tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. on this channel, they will have Game 2. EOD will be
Same
back
bat time, same bat channel.
with a vengeance to reclaim, get that win, tie it up, force a Game 3. We want to see that.
What do you think, DM? You want to see Game 3?
I want to see Wednesday. I'd love to play Wednesday.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. And so we're, alright.
So
I
nice
also just
job from
wanted
both of
to,
our runners.
while I have Dark Magician, while I have you here, I also just wanted to extend my thanks to you for all the organization that you've done for this tournament. You know, putting together all of the commentary and stream schedule and everything like that.
Yep.
Challenge
Thank you very
page, all the
much.
work you've done there. And EODTex, I want to thank you for signing my Super Metroid cartridge at AGDQ.
No problem.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody else who's been helping out too, like Feasel and Mythical and the developers for the randomizer. I mean, we got to give a big shout out to them.
Yep. Hashtag blame Vitor. But, you know, also Desi and oh man, there's so many. Just look at the credits when they scroll by, because
Ton of
they're all there.
there are a ton of tournament vibes you guys can check out every Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time. There's a big race. We had 75 people, I think, this past weekend in our weekly race. So huge SRL races every week. So
What is this from
it's like
EOD?
it's Kirby.
It's Kirby, yes, of
I
course.
saw the Hal logo. It's Kirby. Or maybe it means Hal from that movie that looks like this. 2001. A Space Oddity.
So yes,
Odyssey. Space
good
Oddity
race
is
from
a
both
David
of you.
Bowie song. Sorry.
very entertaining. And good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Alright,
you.
you wanna sign us off, Jet?
Sure. So yeah, I'm Jet082,
I'm Cross Product.
and thank you for tuning in. See you all tomorrow.